Hey, how's everyone doing today? Desi's here with my very first video, and today I wanted to make it about Destiny. After being a long-time Destiny fan, playing on the Xbox One when Destiny 1 first released, all the way back in 2014, I've had some of the best and worst gaming moments throughout the 6 years of its lifespan. It's crazy that it's already been this long since it released. However, like many others, I've taken some breaks along the way with the game. When Destiny 1 first released, I was only 13 years old and in middle school. Now, as a 19-year-old in college, it's cool to still be able to play the same game and watch it grow. For some background context about my time in Destiny 2, I started playing it the day it released on the Xbox One, beating the Leviathan raid when it first came out, and sticking out for the Curse of Osiris expansion. As my close friends grew sick of the game, I did as well. During that time, I felt that the game really didn't live up to the endpoint that Destiny 1 did. By the time Destiny 1's life cycle was over, it was at its peak with so much content, and when Destiny 2 released, I felt like it was kind of like a downgraded version of what Destiny 1 was, and it felt overall unintuitive for me, being that it was new and it was supposedly supposed to be an upgraded form of Destiny. After that point, I took a long break from the game, and after some time, I finally returned when the Forsaken expansion came out. This time, however, I began playing the game on the PC, and I was amazed with how fluid it was to play than on the consoles. It's crazy what 30 frames on a console feels like versus 75 frames on the PC. I played up to the Black Armory season, and then I took another long break because I just kind of got burnt out. And this is where today's Destiny comes into play. 2 weeks ago, when the season of Arrival came upon us, something made me decide to download the game again and play. After seeing the Beyond Light trailer, I felt intrigued to try it out again, and I'm glad that I did. Returning from the Black Armory season, the season of Arrival felt much more intuitive with the way everything worked. The Drifter's new system with the Umbral Decoder and Prismatic Recaster just made sense for me. And doing the Contact public events didn't just feel like a grind for the sake of a grind. To me, it felt like I was making a good change for my character, and that I was organically powering up from the Umbral Engrams, which, in my opinion, I think are a great addition to the game in terms of how progression works. The biggest concern I had about Destiny 2 and the biggest gripe I had about it overall was that the progression sort of felt time-gated with the weekly powerful rewards and the randomized rare prime engrams that you received from just doing random activities. For me, Umbral engrams were a breath of fresh air in terms of progression. You were able to focus them towards either a weapon or a piece of armor that needed to be upgraded the most, whichever piece you needed that had the lowest amount of power, and all in all, it gave me a small sense of control over a complete RNG that were prime engrams and all the powerful rewards that you were given in Destiny 2. It's nice to have some control over your progression and kind of lead the way somehow. However, about a week after the season came out, Bungie patched the Umbral engrams, which I felt kind of disheartened them for me. They removed the chance for the Umbral engrams to be powerful, and kind of made me feel a bit confused, because I thought that was the coolest part about the Umbral engram, was that you were able to power up from them, and you could do any activity throughout the whole game to be rewarded with a potential power increase, which felt really good because you were able to just play what you wanted to do. Umbral engrams to me were an integral portion of my progression to 1050 power, which I'm finally at now. And not being able to actually utilize them anymore felt kind of demoralizing when it came to grinding for them, because they're basically pointless now besides hoping for god rolls on certain weapons and armor. On another note, however, the Falling Guillotine Sword that you get at season level 30 is absolutely amazing. It kind of became the meta for most activities in the game. Also, the Wither Horde, which is a kinetic grenade launcher that's also awarded by purchasing the season pass, and also I believe it's a reward at season level 35 or something like that. It's an amazing kinetic grenade launcher that creates an area of effect damaging aura when the bullet hits the ground, and it's extremely annoying in Crucible, and also it's extremely effective against certain raid bosses I've seen, such as Riven in the Last Wish raid, and also Callus in the Leviathan, even though the Leviathan is very outdated at this point. All in all, however, I've had a good time so far during my first 2 weeks of playing Destiny 2 again, and I'm really looking forward to more resets in the future with this season and meeting more people and doing more activities. So thanks for sticking around this long. If you at least somewhat enjoyed my video today, why don't you leave a like? It would really help out my new channel. And hey, while you're at it, a subscription would be awesome as well. Take care, everyone. Thank you.